Sure. So you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So when I first came, I came because I really wanted to get off blood pressure medication. I'm still on blood pressure medication, but that was my main purpose. But I also had bleeding gums, and I had an obstruction in my vision.
Okay.
And at the end of a work day, I was really very, very, very tired. Very tired. So I started with Dr. Bryan around the same time that I had gotten this obstruction in my vision. I had gone to the eye doctor, and she sent me to a specialist. He looked at the test and said that he thought I had lesions on my cornea, which I did have some white spots on my cornea. He didn't know where they came from.
Okay.
So he kind of guessed, and he said that it could come from different things, like my blood pressure being too high. I could have had a stroke in my eye. He said that it could come from HIV. He really didn't know where it came from. Okay. So he wanted me to go and take a blood test and come back in a month. I could have been blind in a month. Okay, so I decided not to do any of that because I had started with Dr. Bryan. Okay, before I had gone to the eye specialist, I had 2 adjustments. The day I had to go to the eye specialist, I realized that my gums stopped bleeding, totally.
Awesome.
They had been bleeding for years and had gotten worse and worse and worse. And so next time I brushed harder and harder because it was so bad that if I took a toothpick and went in there, it would bleed, you know. So now there's no blood.
That's great.
That was after 2 adjustments.
That's great.
So I kept with him, and then I started to realize later that there was no obstruction in my vision. So, and I am not nearly exhausted as I used to be after a day of work, and I work. My work is very demanding, and I'm on my feet constantly. So I'm not as tired as I used to be. I have a lot more energy.
That's wonderful.
Still working on my blood pressure.
Yeah.
And that's only because I really don't monitor it as I should. But that's still my goal is to get off that. So
that's wonderful. Very wonderful. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.